Hello cutie patooties. I'm in the middle of getting ready to film a favorites video right now and Cass is helping me while wearing their size shirt.
I'm size beauty team as well.
True.
Glam squad.
True. And literally in the past 24 hours, Cass and I just decided that we're gonna go to Asia this summer.
Wahoo!
And this is all because Cass got accepted into a conference in LA. Congratulations, baby, at USC, which is so exciting.
I'm presenting a paper.
Independently, they have their own section. I'm very proud of them. I'm very excited for them. And so, because we're gonna be in LA anyway, we are going to bring Chicken with us and have friends and family watch him for the rough month to month and a half that we'll be in Asia, because it's a lot easier to go to Asia from LA than it is Boston. So I can't even believe it. It's not even real to Cass yet, but I told Cass, don't even worry about it. Focus on school. I'll plan everything. I'm gonna plan an insane, extremely cheap, but extremely chaotic adventure for us. That's how we do. It's always the worst flights ever. It's always a 48-hour layover.
I'm getting layovers in Singapore, which is so funny because we can't afford anywhere to stay in Singapore. So last time we paid for this spa that we slept in.
We might do it again. I don't know.
Who knows?
But I'm extremely excited and we're gonna start planning. I don't know where we're gonna end up. The reality is whatever the cheapest ticket is. Wherever the cheapest one-way ticket is, that's where we're gonna end up. And it's looking right now like that may be Tokyo. So LA to Tokyo, we'll see. But I'm very, very, very excited. It's March as of filming this, so we have still a good 4 months out from the trip. I'm gonna start budgeting. I'm gonna start creating our trip itinerary. I am elated.
Guys, get into this Psy merch. Wanna know? One of one.
I need to put it on the record that I did not put this idea in Cass's head. I did not ask them to make this. I don't even like a lot of the photos that they chose for this t-shirt. They randomly came out to me one day and they were like, baby, I have a gift for you. And it was them in a t-shirt that they custom made of my face. So
I just think you should rep your girl as if it's a band tee. She deserves to be wrapped all
Get
the
you a
time.
man.
I don't care if Sai doesn't like these pictures. They're my faves. It's for me. It's my merch. Sai with an elote.
True.
So that's my diva. I love you.
I love you, bye. Anyway, I'm getting ready to film. Oh my God. To film a spring favorites video. Also, I just want to say, I'm so sorry if it is unenjoyable to watch a vlog that is 2 to 3 months delayed from when the actual time is. I have no idea how other content creators are constantly posting in real time. Actually, I do know. And the reality is that I do so much editing in my videos that it would basically be impossible for me to post in real time. But if you guys are okay with sacrificing all of the graphics and the fun sound effects and things of that nature from these videos, I can definitely try to start posting even faster. Let me know. I know it really bothers some people, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go film now. I'm about to buy our tickets to Japan. Are you excited, Jimmy? I'm trying to buy them early so that they are as affordable as possible. It always takes forever to load on the payment. What? They were unable to... Okay, we're trying this again.
Jimmy, will it work? It's like I'm hexing it with my mind.
Yeah.
So you don't leave me. It's like buy Chicken's first class ticket too.
And you want to arrive in style, baby. That is so crazy. I'm so excited.
It's official. Wow. We're headed to Sapporo. We're going to Japan. We'll figure out the rest.
Nothing else matters. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I'm also really excited for Vietnam though. My plan, I'm gonna try and pack 2 outfits. Because every time we go to Asia, I'm like, I need to bring every single thing I've ever had. No. You got one suitcase and you just fill it. You know what I mean? That's my plan.
I will try to do the same.
Because I'd be going dummy in Vietnam.
It's very exciting.
We're thrilled. Wow. I'm gagged. Actually, I'm gagged. Get me out of this country. Let's go.
Gag City.
Gag City.
Good morning, friends. I am about to get ready to film a brand deal. Oh wow, they look like a glowing hard-boiled egg, which is always the goal. Everyone say hello to this pimple. It's been a bit of a hectic past couple of days because, as you guys know, we booked our tickets to Asia. And also, I'm a maniac and I constantly change my mind, and I also prioritize deals and doing things as cheaply as possible. Not a great trait. I'm trying to learn the balance these days of quality and affordability. I really need to bridge the gap there because I end up usually just choosing the cheapest thing, regardless of its quality. And I paid the consequences of that many times in my life. trying to move away from that. The trip is still 4 months away, so not as spontaneous as some of my trips usually are, and we actually have time to plan, which is so lovely. I actually ended up rebooking our initial ticket to Japan 2 different times already. At first, I wanted us to fly into Tokyo, and then I wanted us to fly into Sapporo, and then I switched my mind again. Did you know that if you cancel your ticket within 24 hours of booking it, they'll refund you? I feel like a lot of people don't know that. Y'all know that I've been talking about how I desperately miss Asia and want to go back, and I'm so grateful that we have the privilege of being able to go. Everything just happened to line up so incredibly well. So right now, the rough plan is a bit nuts. Cass usually just lets me do whatever I want with the trip planning, which pros and cons. One, I'm a maniac and will try to make us go to as many countries as possible, which can be very stressful for some. It was very stressful to Cass when we first started traveling together, but I feel like my logic is that one, we're healthy and able-bodied, which hopefully we are that way for a very long time, but you never know. Also with Cass's school schedule, especially since after this year, they will be responsible for teaching during the summer. So this might be the last summer where we are both available for a very long time. So whenever Cass has long periods off of school and we happen to be able to get babysitting for chicken, which those two things, they don't always happen. I always really try to take advantage of that so that Cass and I are able to travel together. As much as I love solo traveling, I definitely prefer when Cass is with me, just because I love experiencing the world with them, especially Asia. But all that to say, I've already started manically including a ton of countries on this month-and-a-half trip to Asia. The rough plan right now, though I'm sure it'll change a lot, is that we'll be flying into Sapporo. We managed to get one-way tickets for $350, which is pretty crazy. The reason why the tickets were that cheap though is because we are not allowed any checked bags. We will only be flying to Asia with a carry-on. So we're flying into Sapporo, which I'm so excited. I have wanted to explore Hokkaido since forever. I never thought I'd make it there. And I especially never thought that I would be going to Hokkaido during the summer. For those of you who don't know and are not familiar with Japan's geography, Hokkaido is at the northernmost tip of Japan, and it's really famous for its beautiful snow festivals. I would really love to go to one of the ice sculpture festivals during my birthday one day because it's in February, so it'll be in the dead of winter, which is when they host these festivals. That's definitely a bucket list item one day. But after 4 to 5 days in Sapporo, we will then be flying to Tokyo. Cass hasn't been to Tokyo in a minute, and they specifically requested that we do go. There is a Yoshimoto Nara museum that Cass would really love to see. Cass ultimately really prioritizes going to Southeast Asia, and so I proposed the idea of going to Bali in Indonesia for the first time. Admittedly, the reason why I want to go to Indonesia is fully because Suyang just went to Indonesia. I don't know if she went to Bali or if she went to Jakarta, but she literally just did an entire series there, and I was like, anywhere that Suyang eats, I also need to eat there. If I had unlimited funds and no responsibilities in life, I would just make an entire YouTube series of eating where Suyang eats across the world. But alas, that's not the case. Cass and I have both never been to Indonesia before, and because it is so conveniently situated from Vietnam, we figured we'd spend a week to 10 days there first before heading over to Vietnam and then spending 2 to 2.5 weeks in Vietnam. But by then, it will be time for school and Cass will have to start again. And we were just walking chicken this morning when Cass proposed the idea of them heading back to LA to pick up chicken first and me just having my own little solo moment in Asia for 3 or 4 weeks after they leave, because they know how much anxiety it brings me to have to travel with chicken. Cass doesn't get any anxiety from it whatsoever, actually. I don't know how or why they're able to travel with him without anxiety, but the last time that we had to move him across the country, I was on the brink of an anxiety attack basically the entire trip. Cass was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "I'm trying to be good, but I know that I come across as really not good right now." And so we were walking chicken this morning and Cass kindly suggested that I do that. And I was so surprised, and I was like, I don't want to put you in that position where you are moving our dog across the country by yourself. And Cass insisted that it wasn't a problem for them. So I thought that was really sweet. And so my arrival home is completely up in the air right now. I don't know whether or not I'll extend my trip or if I'll go home with Cass. Though honestly, the idea of not having to also fly to LA and instead being able to fly from Asia straight to Boston sounds like a heavenly experience. So I'll have to see what actually ends up making the most sense. I've been spending all of my time just looking up different recommendations for the places that we're going. What's the best food in Sapporo? What reservations do we need to make for Tokyo? Oh, it burns. Oh, I'm gonna cry. No. This may really hurt going in. No. Oh God. Oh no. I need to get this fixed. Despite my tears, the base is basing. Oh, but I'm so excited to see my cousins in Vietnam. Cass and I hope to get tons of tattoos while we're back in Vietnam. I have been thinking for the past 3 years about a huge back piece that I want to get, and I've been thinking more recently in the past year or two, I would say, about a stomach piece that I want to get. So I'm extremely excited about the potential of both of those things. Cass and I are definitely grinding now. We gotta make sure that we are prepping everything in advance before we take this huge trip, obviously. I want to be able to prep enough work to where I can actually enjoy the trip and be present and not worry about editing the entire time, which I would typically allow if I was doing a solo trip because I'm not affecting anyone besides myself. But because Cass will be on the trip, obviously I don't want them to have to sit around all day as I'm editing videos. So hopefully I can get enough content prepped and worry about all of that. So the foreseeable future is going to involve a lot of very late nights of editing. Cass always jokes that whenever a trip is planned, I go into trip sigh mode where I do nothing besides work and think about the trip and do work in preparation for the trip. So hopefully I can find a good balance between trip prep, still seeing all of my friends and spending time with them before I leave on this trip, making sure that there are videos for y'all to watch while I'm on the trip to Asia. If you still see me posting at least once a week during the months of July and August, that means my trip preparation will have succeeded. And if not, I'm so sorry. I also have my Vietnamese birth certificate and a couple of other documents that I didn't have last time when I was about to apply for dual citizenship. Cass and I have been talking more and more seriously about moving to Vietnam for the long term after their PhD program is over. And I had always imagined a world where I retired in Vietnam, maybe once I'm past my 60s or 70s or I don't know, maybe 80s. God knows what the state of Social Security in America will look like when we're all elderly. And I've definitely always dreamed about being able to live in Vietnam half-time and work in America half-time, but it's always been such a distant goal and distant fantasy. But honestly, I could have never predicted Cass liking and enjoying Vietnam that much. I always hoped in my heart of hearts that they would like Vietnam at the very least. I was expecting them to just be okay with it, but Cass actually loves Vietnam so much more than I could have ever possibly thought they would, which fills my heart with so much jubilee. And Cass has been looking into different prospects of what would becoming a professor in Vietnam look like. We've even been looking into what the process of moving little Chimmy to Vietnam would be. A lot simpler than I thought. Obviously, this is just all super long term. This is for at least 5 years down the line, if not 10 or 15. So who knows what the reality of our lives will be when that time arises. Y'all are my little froggy family, so I just wanted to keep you updated as to what Cass and I have been talking about in terms of our future. Also, I've been playing around with these DIY temporary lash extensions. They're meant to last 5 to 7 days, and I've never been able to get them to last more than a day and a half. But even for that day and a half, they look really good. I'm gonna finish my makeup for this brand deal now, make money for all of the travels that Cass and I will be going on. And if y'all have any recommendations for any of the places that we're going, please let me know. I'm so excited. And I'm so grateful, and I can't wait to take y'all with us. Cass just came in to ask me how the permanent extensions work. So first, I curl my lashes, and then there is this bond and seal. After curling my lashes, I apply a little bit of the bond to the base of my lashes, and then I apply a little bit to the edge of the lashes as well. And then I apply it like this. I use this tweezer right here to clamp down the lashes.
Wow, this is amazing. Cool how you do everything yourself.
You're into the fact that I'm a DIY queen?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's such a talent.
I'm just cheap.
That's where talent is born.
Through being cheap. I agree.
Through innovation.
All the cheap people I know are so talented.
Yeah.
They all know how to sew. They all know how
They
to...
can cook. They can do everything.
It's true.
That's where innovation comes from.
It's so true, babe. It's so true.
And then they stay on for like a week.
They're supposed to stay on for 5 to 7 days, but I haven't really been able to get them to stay that long yet. I'm getting better every time. We'll see how long these last. The issue is that the instant they get wet, it's game over. But these will probably be the lashes that I bring to Asia as well. What are your thoughts?
I love them. They're really pretty.
They're more on the natural vibe.
They still look like...
They're still crazy, especially for Asia, but they're more natural than the typical strip lash that I go for. You haven't done makeup in what, 5 years? It's advanced so much. Yes.
3.
So you take this little seal and then you apply it here and then it dries. The bond is incredibly sticky and incredibly tacky. You can see it come off on the little tip here. And then you just apply it. And this is the little bond glue. And then ideally you wouldn't feel any stickiness or tackiness.
Bro.
I know, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
And then here is your lash extensions. And this one has dried. So example, look, see? I'm tugging, it can't come off. I know, isn't that crazy? And then I use your fan, just like real lash extensions. What?
You got mad at me for is.
I did get mad at Cass for this fan.
But look.
I know, but look at it in action. Could I also just use a manual fan for this? Sure. Talk about someone who's not DIY Cass. Cass was like, I need that shit automated.
Dude, I'm so lazy.
Cass loves our robo vacuum.
It's true. Oh, I know.
It's the white American in you, babe.
For sure.
You love to give your labor to others. To automated things. Home labor, domestic. Listen, if you can give your domestic tasks to machines. Dishwasher. Cass showed me how to use a dishwasher. As an Asian immigrant, I had no idea how to use it prior to Cass. Cass had to explain to me all of that.
Well, the dishwasher is nice too because it actually saves more water.
Exactly.
Which I think is great. Because usually it's like, oh, machines, they're destroying the earth. With the dishwasher, it's like, no, man.
So true.
You don't have to feel any guilt.
Hear that, Asian immigrants who don't use dishwasher? You're destroying the earth. Shout out if you're an immigrant whose parents didn't use your oven and your dishwashers and instead just use them both as storage for your dishes. Let me know if you also experienced that. These are the DIY lashes.
Crab goes wild. Chicken, it's amazing, right? Hi.
I just told them all about our Asia plans, honey. How are you feeling about going to Asia?
I'm feeling so excited. I feel genuinely like I'm just thrilled and I'm really grateful to get to go and to travel. I'm just really excited. Things have been so crazy in America. Very dark, very grim. We obviously have a huge privilege to be able to move in and out of the country right now. So I feel very grateful for that. I feel like it's just gonna be really fun. During the school year, it's harder for obviously Sai and I to have like quality time together because we both just get like super busy. And I still think we have a lot of quality time together, but like I'm insatiable, you know what I mean? Like I want one-on-one away in another country, no responsibilities, just vibes.
Not having to walk chicken every 2 hours.
That's true. He's a huge responsibility, but one we take on gladly. We're hostages. He's holding us hostage.
It's a hostage situation for sure.
Help us. Seriously, please help us. I'm really excited, and I'm really excited to go to Vietnam, but I'm also really excited to explore Sapado and also Bali. It's crazy just even saying it out loud. I'm like so gagged. Also, like Sapado beer is my favorite, so I feel like that's like huge for me.
Cass actually didn't like beer at all.
No,
also
I
was
didn't.
gluten intolerant for a really long time, so they
Yeah.
weren't able to drink beer. Light Japanese beers changed everything for them.
Well, yeah, everyone was like, oh, if you have like, your issues, like, drink it outside of the US. So I tried that and loved it. And I don't know, like hot steaming bowl of ramen. Oh, it's so good. I'm hoping to have curry ramen, which is what they're famous for there.
Yes.
And then also a fresh, crisp sapado. That's my dream. I feel like it's gonna be really exciting and fun.
Oh my gosh. Did I haven't even told y'all yet about Cass's piercing plans. This is how spontaneous they are. If y'all think I'm spontaneous, you have not met my husband.
Basically, there's a piercing parlor by us that my friend had a really good experience at. When we went to Korea last year, I got a ton of new piercings, and I was like, this feels really fun. And I normally am a little bit of a baby about piercings because they're horrible to heal. Awful. But I was like, hey, it was worth it. I took that in. It's worth the pain for the gains. So, that said, I've been thinking a lot about getting a septum piercing, but I don't know, like my nose, I'm like, oh, would it be a vibe? But I was like, hey, Diva, you can take it out. You can get it and you can take it out. You're not tied. Piercings are not permanent. It's not a tattoo. You know what I mean? All you have to do is get your money up a little bit, walk into the parlor, feel good, get yourself a new piercing. So,
I keep telling Cass, just wait till we go to Asia, but it's like, they won't. One thing about Cass, if they want it, it's happening now.
Taurus.
It's happening like this instant.
Taurus. It has to happen. Consumes
Me? I'll wait for 6 years.
Oh my god. I will get a package. I'll be like, I'm gonna wait until I feel like, you know, I've earned it. And like literally weeks will go by.
Months.
I'm like, dude, we gotta open the package. You know what I mean?
Cass is all about instant gratification. I'm all about edging.
Slow burn.
I love waiting until I couldn't possibly wait anymore. And then I open whatever it is. It's true. I'm not impatient in that way.
So true.
I feel like I understand the weaknesses of my own human mind. So for me, just because I want it right now, desperately with every fiber of my being, doesn't mean that if I just wait a week, I'll still feel the same way.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me respectfully.
I feel like if you grew up broke in a really broke family where you did not get any instant gratification and had to wait literal years for potential things that you wanted, you would understand. That's where I'm coming from.
And that's a real place. I'm also just like more like head smooth than Sai. Ooh, yummy thing. Like I'm a little treats guy, you know what I mean? I'm like, ooh, thing in window, go by. It's not. The synapses are not firing at the speed at which they need to fire.
That's not true. And all that to say, literally tomorrow, Cass is getting both a septum piercing and a nose piercing.
I already have this side pierced. I've had this side pierced for like 7 years. A ring on it. So I want to do this side also because I think that that's like such a vibe. But also like, I want to try the septum and like see what's up. Like I tried on Sai's fake septums and I was like kind of unlocked something in me. So I'm doing it. And people say that the septum is not the worst piercing. There's ear piercings that hurt way worse than the septum because it's just like cartilage if they do it the right way. It might be awful. Pray for me. Send good thoughts. I'll return with a pierced, swollen nose.
You think I should wear eyeliner?
No, I don't think you need it. Actually, yes. I don't think you need it, but it would slay. Do you know what I mean? Wow, very nice. I'm glad we went with that. It really adds something. It's really giving face. I feel like I've already been in this vlog too much.
No, what are you talking about?
I feel like I'm just yapping.
What's wrong with yapping?
I don't know.
Everyone, encourage Cass to yap more, please, in the comments below. It's okay, no pressure. You don't have to say nothings. You don't gotta do nothings. But can I have more coffee, please? Can I please? Coffee?
Do they know that you do that?
No. Every single morning for the past month, the instant I open my eyes or Cass opens their eyes, the first thing I say, I grab their shirt close and I whisper to them, coffee, please. And then Cass makes me a coffee. So in case you're ever wondering, geez, I wonder what Sai and Cass are experiencing right when they wake up. That is what Cass is experiencing. Me grabbing their shirt like this and whispering, coffee.
It's funny. It makes me laugh every morning. And also Chicken, who likes to immediately when I wake up also put his whiskered nose right here, just sniff me.
Chicken is really clingy and he is pressed up sleep.
Even if you move a centimeter, he's coming with you. And he's gonna find the one crevice in your body. He conforms himself to us. It's really intense. He will not move. We have to literally physically relocate him so that we can snuggle because he likes exclusively to lay between us. And if we're spooning, he will lay on top of the middle of the spoon to wait for the second that we move and he falls right through. And that's what happens every night. And it's crazy.
Any dog owners whose dogs do this?
I think it's very common, but it's also that's why they're don't let your dog in your bed. But let me just say this. We tried, gentle viewers. We really tried. Look at him.
How is he not supposed to sleep in the bed with us?
Also, we had him crate trained and playpen trained.
True.
He would scream every single morning at 4 a.m. He would just wail.
Let's film this brand deal. Hello friends. It is late into the night. Cass and I have been working all day and we'll continue to work, but Cass is a little hungies and requested a snack and has been doing their paper. So I'm gonna make them a Vietnamese pizza, which is one of their favorite things. I'm just gonna microwave these to warm them up. Go, baby.
Thank you. Wow. It's so beautiful.
Cass liked it so much that they just asked for a second one and I just made it for them. All of our rice paper are so pathetic and broken. I was too lazy to even get green onion for mine. It's nice and crispy.
So good, right? Fire.
Cass just requested a third one.
So good.
Very yummy. Oil pulling.